nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to. You know what doesn't translate well around Christmas? Nutcracker. Don't get me wrong, millions of people watch the ballet around this time of year, but when it comes to any movie or TV adaptation, usually they're pretty weak. And the reason for that might be the story is weak. But that's kind of the idea. It's a backdrop for pretty music, beautiful dancing, and creative scenarios. Nobody's really gonna analyze the story arc of the Nutcracker or the Rat King, so it's no surprise so many adaptations don't work. You know what else hasn't translated well? Tom and Jerry. After their incredibly successful run at Hanna-Barbera decades ago, the duo have never been able to have the same amount of creative or public praise. Okay, I have a soft spot for the live-action film, but acknowledge the worst part is the live-action film. The animation on Tom and Jerry is the only thing that works. But surprisingly, people say mixing this that hasn't translated well and mixing this that hasn't translated well, translated well. Tom and Jerry, A Nutcracker Tale was released in 2007, and is one of the few Tom and Jerry and Nutcracker adaptations that seems to get positive feedback. Okay, nobody's calling it a masterwork or anything, but people that are fans of the two seem satisfied with this combination. It certainly isn't anything I would expect to be that great, but maybe I'll be proven wrong. How well does a style that incorporates no talking mix with another style that incorporates no talking while incorporating talking? Well, let's take a closer look. This is Tom and Jerry, A Nutcracker Tale. Well, any movie that opens the same way as Batman and Robin has to be good.
Once upon a Christmas Eve, the Nutcracker Ballet was performed to everyone's delight.
Particularly the AI generator that performed it. Yeah, the style in the beginning is a little odd. Sometimes it looks like a regular Tom and Jerry short, and other times it looks like the little golden book version of Black Swan. Yeah, censored one.
King of the cats, that's what he is. Taking all our sustenance.
Like it was really his.
Outside, we see Tom and his cat pal singing about their leader, the King of the Cats. As you probably put together, the role of the Roans has been changed from villains to heroes, which is actually kind of a clever change.
But he's really something special.
James Lipton's final performance? Also, am I crazy, or did this Nutcracker music sound like it hijacked by Master of the House?
Everybody raise a cheer, mainly because we know he's here. Everybody raise a glass.
Raise it up the master's arse.
Everybody raise a cheer to the King of the cats. Everybody raise a glass to the Master of the House.
No, silly me, it's the Bitten in the Butt song from Animaniacs, my mistake.
Bitten in the butt, got enough for tear, took a little nibble from the derriere.
Jerry and Tuffy are sad as they have to wait a whole year for another performance of Nutcracker.
Nothing for Jerry in this empty place, except his love of the ballet.
From that angle and with that animation, I might love ballet too. Jerry dreams of dancing, but sadly he has rom-com main character syndrome and is a total klutz. Move over, bead scene from Cinderella. We have other animated mice doing questionable things. Suddenly, magic, I guess, as Jerry is transformed into the role of the Nutcracker Prince, complete with great dancing. Random magic continues as the toys around him come to life as well, including a ballerina from a music box.
Oh boy, this'll be just like the Steadfast Tin Soldier. That has a happy ending, right? Disney wouldn't lie about Hans Christian Andersen, right?
A Mouse King needs a kingdom too, even if it's built on fragile magic.
Fragile? Literally God is looking at this thing. I gotta up my game. The color and lighting in a lot of this is pretty impressive. It reminds me of the few times Hanna-Barbera put extra time into their backgrounds to really give more atmosphere outside of just slapstick comedy. Speaking of which, Tom sees Jerry and the toys, which sounds like a 60s band, are enjoying a grand feast, thus him and the cats try to invade. Man, I feel like I've seen Tom go through worse, but that is the most mutilated I've seen him since any random shot from the Willy Wonka movie. The random magic changes the cats into soldiers, and of course the Cat King into a Cat King.
Oh, Jerry, what should we do?
I don't know, I literally just found out right now you can talk! In fact, how come I, the adult, can never talk, yet Tuffy, the baby, always speaks perfect English?
This is Monsieur Jerry's wish, and this kingdom sprang from those desires.
Well, French English. Why is he French?
Oh, Mr. Cat, I have a present for you.
Me?
Oh, it must be real. There's no way she could guess my last name was Cat. Jerry and the the toys escape, leaving the cats to get blown up.
Somebody do something!
Am I crazy or like half the reactions to the slapstick like something out of a torture museum? Their escape is short-lived though, as Tom grabs them and plans to blast them out of a cannon. Oh boy, this isn't gonna age well. Oh, sorry, in past Tom and Jerry cartoons when the cat with a black face shows up, I get a little nervous. The ballerina is left behind as Jerry and the rest are blasted through all the different backdrops in the theater. Okay, now you know they're begging us to ask, are they doing that on purpose? In a clever touch I'm shocked never made into a Toy Story movie, one of the toys can only talk when her string is pulled.
I was thinking we need someone to aid us.
And?
Wait! Pull the string!
And I have this tag that reads, the Toy Maker.
So they decide to find the toy maker while the king sends Tom, who he always calls Tim, which is pretty funny,
Tim, take all the men you need and make sure that mouse never comes back.
to finish them off just in case they make their way back.
We're marching off to fight, we'll fight our foe with all our might.
Good thing their inner monologues all happen to think the same song. Okay, in a weird way, I can see this random magic giving Jerry and the cats this world to explore, but something about creating cat civilians? Why is that so hard for me to comprehend? Like Tom blows this one a kiss, she seems all over it. Is the magic just going to possibly just give him a good time that night? Anything that can make me think of the porno parody is probably not good. Jerry and the others make their way through a scary forest where they skate across a frozen river.
Hey, look at me!
This is one of the most playfully gruesome kids cartoons I've ever seen. I'm half expecting this to be like,
Hey, look at me!
this can be a little bit of a Halloween episode too. On that note, Jerry falls through the ice and gets stuck in some of the seaweed, keeping him underwater.
Don't give up, buddy!
This is the most epically cheerful mouse drowning music I've ever heard. This is the music Walken imagines when he tells his story about two mice falling into a bucket of cream. Jerry makes it out though as Tom gets closer to capturing him, but Tuffy pretends to be his conscience. When Tom questions where the little devil on his shoulder is, Tuffy decides to play both. Again, this is kind of a clever routine.
Please, I beseech you to sleep on it, won't you?
Damn, Tom and Jerry Nutcracker brings the pain! How is it movies can be PG for thematic elements and rudeness, but imagery that literally makes adults shout, Jesus, is suitable for all audiences? Also, extra point for the Wilhelm scream. Though I do suddenly want to see a Sarlacc pit at the end of that fall. Tuffy catches up to Jerry to warn him about the approaching cats.
They are probably surrounding us even as we speak.
Aw, our doom is delightfully scored. We should be in chaotic danger more often. Jerry outwits him though, in a horrifying way, you may ask? Why, yes. Every moment of violence looks like there's gonna be a Sarah McLachlan song accompanying it. This is basically what people saw when they first watched The Happening. They outwit them too in a way that's pretty funny. You know, we really are the wrong people to do this. And our heroes make a run for it. I'm glad the special knows the importance of getting Tom's yell right, because man, it can take a moment that would be lackluster and suddenly make it hilarious. I guess this was the last production Joseph Barbera did with Tom and Jerry before he passed. And though, like I said, this isn't anything amazing, his presence is felt and definitely noticed when it's absent. They enter a dragon's cave. Okay, I guess I won't fight seeing a dragon in Nutcracker. As the scaly creatures are sleeping and they have to get back the elf's head, which fell off earlier. I swear animated films are trying to create a fetish for sexy fire.
Why, thank you, erotic element.
Then the dragon wakes up, but Jerry tries to lure him back to sleep, of course using the music from the ballet. I guess I can go back to sleep and dream about my titillating breath. Seriously, what was that? Oh, they're at a carnival now. Alright. I guess someone just heard the music and said, I imagine rigged games and expired food, and everybody shrugged, who the hell's gonna get upset about that? It's Tom and Jerry. And they're kinda right, this gets a few chuckles. No, really, his expressions could be a Faces of Death cover. We cut back to the ballerina trying to escape, which honestly serves no purpose except to remind you she's in the story, and sometimes I think the animators like drawing her too much. As we cut to even more shenanigans with Jerry and the gang escaping Tom. I never thought I'd say this, but I could use a little bit more plot in Nutcracker right now. The slapstick is still good and all, but I need a little something to shake things up.
How are we gonna get her to talk?
That'll do.
I think I can help you with that.
I'm sorry, did you drop in from this adaptation? Where the hell did this guy come from? He looks like whenever you say you don't believe in fairies, he's gonna take the dead fairy's place.
I have special methods for restoring speech.
No joke, with the intensity of some of the other violence, I was thinking to myself, I gotta take her goddamn teeth out. She's forced to tell him how to find the toy maker as our heroes get closer to their destination.
All we had to do was follow the star.
No, you fools! A guiding star? Christmas? This is clearly leading to the birth of Brian.
Can you imagine I got snagged on a branch? Sure hope the toy maker's got some knitting needles.
Jackass isn't as accident prone as you are. The toy maker is revealed to be Santa, and I am embarrassed to admit I didn't figure that out earlier. And he does his best to help.
When the sun rises, the magic that created your kingdom will fade. If you fail to reclaim your throne, it will remain the domain of the cats forever.
What the hell does any of that mean? This kingdom didn't even exist 20 minutes ago. We were just dancing and eating. Now there's geopolitics in play? Santa gives him an army of toy soldiers, which Jerry leads to take back the land. Why do I love that this one soldier is a little off from the others? Like the animator said, one of them would be drunk.
Lower the drawbridge!
Ah, the supporting cast I forgot was even in this! Our mice pals get eaten, but the horse returns to redeem herself. The sun comes up, resulting in the magic fading as the cats are literally kicked out of the show and back into the alley. But oh no, the day isn't saved yet. Really? Because there's literally just 3 minutes left. She starts saying burial instructions.
Jewish funeral, no glue factory.
But random magics her back to life, and now she can talk even without a string.
Now that's what I call a happy ending.
Wait, were they watching the whole... Wait, what? Is a backwards talking dwarf gonna announce this was a David Lynch production? What the hell is going on? And that was what many fans say is one of the best Tom and Jerry productions after the original shorts. Yeah, it's alright. I can't say it has quite as much in it for adults like the original shorts, but the slapstick is still decent. A lot of the animation can be pretty to look at. And like I mentioned, it does seem more geared towards little kids. But having a younger target audience isn't a bad thing, and as those go, I think this has enough decent moments. The music, most of the time, matches the animation. There are a few moments where it doesn't quite work. But you do give it a little leeway because it is a direct-to-video movie. And honestly, for 2007, this is more effort than I would expect. I don't know if I would watch it again, but if you're a Tom and Jerry fan, there's a corny elegance to it that has just enough laughs and creativity to be worth at least one view. I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.